these platforms, they're supposed to be bringing us together, but they're one of the main things that's actually driving us apart. As a country, as families are ripped apart because people are unfriending each other because of their political beliefs. When I was growing up, it was, you don't talk about politics and you don't talk about religion. And that it was like rude to talk about those things. And now it's like what everybody talks about, right? And then not to mention what you covered with the radicalization of it, right? I mean, this is the reason we have things like QAnon, right? Is you maybe look at or engage with a little bit of slanted content. And then before you know it, it's giving you more and more and more of that same type of content inside your bubble to the point where that's all you see. And you think that that is the world and that's everybody's existence, but it's really just your own individual silo. And the thing that I point out to people is, this is bizarre. Not one person has the same feed, right? So we're all living in our own individual universes. And that's really sad. It's really isolating. And like you said, it's really polarizing. So I'm really glad you spoke to that. And then the other thing that I love that you talked about is this idea of we don't have free will. And it's so true. When we're being fed things all the time, we're often being fed things that we don't even really want to see. We wouldn't have sought out had we, had the platforms not been designed the way they are. So I think that's really important. I think that's also really important for young people to think about, because I would imagine as a young person, like, you probably want to be individual. You want to have your own ideas. You want to have your own just take on the world or whatever. But these platforms almost make it impossible for us to do that. So those are the things. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, but those are the things that stuck out that most people don't talk about.
Thank you for touching on that. I couldn't agree more. And I think a big issue that we're seeing too is just a lack of awareness around this. Like, I think we all have an internal sense of when something's maybe negative for us or something's maybe harming us. Maybe we see a friend engaging in like a hate-fueled argument with someone online and we're like, oh, that doesn't feel good. But I think the deeper root of that is these issues are creating real world harms and in-person harms that, yes, you step away from the internet, but they're impacting everyone's daily life and the way that they interact with each other.